Trump's scared to death you will ever find out about this. Hi, I'm Darren Monroe. I used to work on Kamala Harris's engagement team, one of 30,000 who did. And I have 30 years marketing branding experience, and Trump is scared to death. You will find out about this. First of all, let me go into what is really freaking him out right now, and then the big fear that nobody knows about. So listen all the way to the end. First of all, again, my name's Darren. I take you from chaos to clarity in this channel. I certainly would like your subscription. Definitely subscribe. If you don't like what I say at the end, you can always unsubscribe, okay? Here's the thing. This is also sponsored by my Clarity group. By the way, get in my group. My group is about to triple. Both my Clarity group and my Moneymaker group is about to triple. So you definitely want to get in that right now. Click the link in the description and the link in the homepage. Okay, so let's go. First of all, the thing that's freaking him out is the fact that nobody's forgotten about Epstein, and that these young ladies have come on here, who now not younger ladies, who are grown women who've come onto the White House, the Capitol front lawn and said, hey, we have a major issue here with Trump. Trump has done this. Trump was friends with Epstein. They mentioned Richard Branson. I've gotten several emails about Richard Branson. I'm heartbroken because I always loved Richard Branson as an entrepreneur, but I knew it was a lot of people that were involved. In my Clarity group, I have a report I did, and I'm bringing part 4. I'm late on it, but part 4 of the Epstein Society. This is a whole society, y'all. This is much bigger than Epstein, Trump, and anybody. And Trump is scared to death about it. But there's something even bigger that he's afraid of. So keep listening towards the end because you want to hear this out. But because everybody missed it, particularly the Democrats. Here's the thing. The biggest thing right now that he is afraid of is obviously this taking root enough to oust him out of presidency. And if he's out of presidency and he's still alive, you know, his health and everything, if he's still alive, he knows they're going to come after him. He knows they're going to come after the law. He knows they're coming after him. It is on. It is on. Okay. So with that said, the idea is, he's trying to do whatever he can to throw off everything, including he's going to remove the citizenship from Rosie O'Donnell. And he's tried every clown tactic he can. This has been narrative warfare. I teach that every Tuesday in the Clarity group. How do you deal with narrative warfare? In other words, day before yesterday, I talked about what he was doing to sidetrack people into his bull and how it didn't work. It didn't work. It didn't work. It isn't working. It is freaking him out. Now, let's talk about the thing that I promised you. I said that he's really worried about. There was a tech Israeli. You might have heard of this. Maybe not. A lot of people haven't reported it. Tech Israeli out of Las Vegas tried to solicit sex from a minor. It turns out it was an undercover Fed. Got him in jail. He got out on bail. He disappeared and ran to Israel. Now, how was he able to do that? No way he should have been able to do that, because if they arrest you, they confiscate your passport. But it turns out people connected to Trump let this guy go. Yeah, he was that connected. Plus, they were probably concerned because if they caught him, it would raise even more questions about Epstein list, and there might be a tie-in somewhere there with the Epstein Society. I told you months ago when this started to take root that this is a society internationally. I mentioned Middle East is involved, Asia involved, Australia. There's no corner of the earth this isn't involved. Where it involves 4 things I talked about. 4 things. 1, sex trafficking. 2, laundered money. 3, drugs. And 4, sometimes guns. How do I know that? How do I know that, Darren? Unless I'm involved in it. No, I'm not. What I'm showing you is plaques in the entertainment industry. If you worked in the entertainment industry, you know this on some level. On some level, you have seen the craziness go down. You have. And what I want you to understand is this. If it continues, then it could point out everything with Trump that he doesn't want you to see. He doesn't want you to know. He doesn't want you to know about his business, his son's business. Oh, they're all involved, y'all. They're all involved. And that's what they don't want you to know. They are freaking the out about this. The other thing they don't want you to see is if you find out about that, you find out about the money. Ooh, what money? Ooh, for those who hung on, I'm gonna make this worth your while. Listen, I told you earlier, there are 4 things, right? Right? 4 things. I'm putting up 5, forgive me. 4 things. 4. I said sex trafficking, laundering money, drugs, and guns. You know, there's 3 sectors that involve with those 4 things, that work with those 4 things. There's the legal sector. It could be anywhere from luxury agents that book planes. I talk about this in part 3 of the Epstein Society and the Clarity Group. I know y'all get on my nerves. I get on your nerves. Not y'all get on my nerves. I get on your nerves talking about this, getting in my group. But I swear to you, ain't nobody talking about what I'm talking about in my group. I got things called clarity reports. And I'm getting ready to go 2.0. And in 2.0, I'm about to triple the price. Here's the thing. Nobody is talking about this stuff. Here's the thing I'm getting ready to blow your minds with. You ready? Here's the deal. And this is... In this money laundering move, they got a lot of people who are moving trillions, they total to billions, in private luxury planes, private luxury yachts. I talk about that in part 3 in that Clarity report for the Epstein Society. And what I'm trying to get you to understand is this. The Trumps are the biggest launderers you have ever fucking seen. Yeah, I dropped the F-bomb. I was trying not to. But they are. They are gigantic. Gigantic. He says, I'm worth $1 billion. Yeah. That's because there's 2 things happening. He's moving money via cash and via meme coins. He's moving it via cash and meme coins. Recognize the game, y'all. Look at my playlist on YouTube. At least you get kind of a rudimentary, but it goes even deeper than that. He is moving cash and meme coins. That's what this tariff stuff is about, y'all. That's why he's trying to go to the Supreme Court and release his tariffs. His tariffs ain't got nothing to do with making the economy better. It's got everything to do with when he puts on tariffs, people lined up to pay him money via the meme coins or cash. If you start poking around into the Epstein Society, you're going to find trillions of dollars moving. Not just in the sex. The sex is just part of it. Sex, money laundering, drugs, guns. And they move. This is the dangerous part. They move. Those four things move in the legal, gray area, and black market. The legal area, I just pointed out, like a luxury agent or a lawyer making arrangements, both all within the law, nothing shady. A personal assistants who are arranging friends to come over to Monaco and do a $50,000, $100,000 spending spree. Unbeknownst to them, what's in the cargo? Cash, drugs, more women. No, I'm kidding. But, cash, drugs, whatever. And I'm talking about, when we talk about sex trafficking, we're not just talking women. We're talking men, too, or boys and girls. Yeah. And sometimes, again, dangerous guns. Here's the thing, because think about it like this. A gun here in America, a Glock, would run about $500, I guess. I don't know. I don't have a Glock, but I think the last time I saw the price it was like $500, $700. Think about what they could move over to England, where guns are outlawed in other countries. But England, shoot, my understanding, they'll pay thousands for a Glock, like 2,000 to 4,000, something. I think I heard one of those interviewed cartels from, I get them confused if it's Armenian, Albanian. Forgive me, Albanians and Armenians. I got the name confused with the A's. That's all. Okay, I know y'all not the same. Don't kill me, but I'm just saying the price is immense, and they're moving around under obvious things that they normally wouldn't check as much, very cleverly, or by the time the customs agents would be there to show up, that those packages have been pre-delivered somewhere else. Well, the legal part of that is the personal, assistance, is the luxury agents, is the law, is the people in the legal areas who don't know anything about anything. They might suspect, but they don't know anything about anything. Then there's the gray area people, the people who know what's going on. It could be any one of those three areas I just talked about, and then some. They're specialists, fixers. Have you ever seen the movie Inside Man with Jodie Foster and Denzel Washington? And I forget the guy who was getting the help, but he's brilliant. He was the guy from Sound of Music. Really, really great movie. You got to see that. And Jodie Foster played the fixer. That's not fiction. I have met several fixers. People who don't have names, people who walk in between the raindrops. They worked in a variety of different things. They're very connected, some of which, of course, as you would imagine, are in the intelligence community of all sorts, okay? They don't say this enough. But in the Epstein Society, Epstein was a fixer. He was. And his people were a fixer community. That part of the society who made sure everything went right. That's why he got away with so much. He even had a referral program for those girls. That's how crazy evil genius this guy was. I mean, he had girls referring girls. For only what was he said, $300? I mean, come on. And there's a whole society that still exists right now for that. It existed 100 years before Epstein, and it'll exist 100 years afterwards. And what Trump is worried about is not only Epstein getting him, but getting his sons, and then discovering his money, because he is moving a lot of money. And I do mean a lot. Understand this. Why is his family and friends, why are people working through his company traveling all over the world? Of course, they're going to say for his business. Yeah, I bet. Notice they're traveling to top offshore banking places. Isn't that interesting? Understand that this tariff game runs where if they pay enough to his meme, or in cash or a combination of that, he changes his tariff mind. That's why he's Taco. Everybody's laughing. Oh, you're Taco. He's like, The reason he's Taco is, it really stands for Trump accepting cash on a daily basis. All right? He's Taco DB. Trump accepting cash on a daily basis. Okay? Seriously. This guy is doing really, really bad undercover stuff, and they're sloppy. There are people looking into it. I have another one that I'm doing an update on. I called it 8 types of investigations on the Trump administration in the Clarity Group. I'm actually changing it to 9 type of investigations into the Trump administration that's coming this weekend. I'm trying to tell you right now, there's some game going on. And he's freaked out because not only the Epstein stuff in the front lawn that has him scared, but if anybody, any of the Democrats, this is what I was talking about, where the Democrats are screwing up. If any of the Democrats latch on, if they latch on to the fact that there was that tech guy, tech bro, whatever, from Israel who got caught trying to solicit minors in connection. That's the thing. The question is, you know he had to be part of that Epstein society, not because he asked for the minors or tried to solicit minors, but because he's just, he got out that quick, that easy. I'm amazed the press isn't on this. They let him go. I mean, some people covered it, of course, but it ain't covered at the level it should be. That should be all up Trump's administration's ass because they're behind covering that guy. Listen, we're winning. Liberals, we're winning. It's an ugly fight. It's like Rocky. I keep calling it Rocky. He's got his eye all swollen up. But I'm telling you right now, we're winning. The thing you got to get out of your head is that this man is able to be effective. He's not. He executes, but he's not effective. He might as well write on toilet paper some of his executive orders because it's just flat out illegal, and that's why the judges keep whipping his ass. Do you realize in the last 8 days he's lost 8 court cases? Yeah, or got temporary rulings. Here's the way I judge it. Right now, he's 19 and 126. I can't even keep up with this shit. For real. 145 cases, I think that totals. And here's the thing. Temporary injunctions, permanent injunctions, state injunctions, national injunctions, and actual cases. That's what I'm counting. 19 and 126. I'm not freaking out anymore. I'm done. I'm game over. I know this is going to be his end game, whether it be his life or him resigning. It's just a matter of time. Now we got to figure out how we're going to deal with J.D. Vance. The old crocodile ain't lasting too long. Hang in there with me. Did I earn your subscription? Hopefully so. You've already subscribed. Thank you at the beginning of the video. Or you can subscribe now, please. And at the same time, also get into my list and my follow-up stuff. But listen, get in my groups. You hear what I'm talking about? I can't even talk about it on social media. They won't let me. My groups are in the description and on the homepage. They're the clarity groups. Join them. The clarity groups talk about it, okay? Join them and the moneymaker groups because those prices are going to triple.